Friends, today is Saturday, the 10th of October, and we just celebrated the Mass of the Blessed Virgin Mary on Saturday back in the cathedral, and we have a beautiful short gospel today that is coincidental. I always use that word coincidental. Some people tell me there are no coincidences, all a part of God's plan, but as luck would have it, let's put it that way, we have a gospel that deals with the Blessed Virgin, and it's short enough that I can just read it to you this morning. And it says, while Jesus was speaking, a woman from the crowd called out and said to him, "Blessed is the womb that carried you, and the breasts at which you nursed." Jesus replied, Rather, blessed are those who hear the word of God and observe it. Blessed are those who hear the word of God and observe it. As we listen to this gospel this morning, we have to remember that in the ancient world, including Palestine, Israel, the ancient world, there was nothing more important than family. Family was the most important priority of any person. Family and extended family. There was nothing more important. You depended upon your family because there really was nothing else. You had to depend on family. And thus a woman from the crowd recognizes the mother of Jesus. Kind of a charismatic outcry, a praise of the mother, but in turn, of course, praise of the son. And she says, as I said, blessed is the womb that carried you, the breast that fed you. If we were to paraphrase that statement from the woman of the crowd, it would be something like this. Oh, to be the mother of such a great son. Oh, to be the mother of such a great son. And, of course, that cannot be faulted. That is true, to be the mother of such a great son. And we do that today, too. You must be so proud. Oh, to be the mother of such a great son. The point, however, Jesus kind of deflects it, turning away from just the emphasis on him personally. Jesus always deflects. The point is not simply to be impressed with the Son, but to be changed. Not simply to be impressed, but to be changed. And thus, he says then, rather, blessed are those who hear the word and are changed by it. Blessed are those who hear the word, that seed that is planted in good soil and bears fruit. Jesus, in a sense, turns around all of the cultural expectations of his time. And in that sense, we could call him radical. People don't like to use that word too much with Jesus. It's, sounds too radical. Anyhow, it is radical. It is radical. Because Jesus deflects that notion of the priority of family and says the priority is something else for all of us who would be disciples, and Mary is the model. The priority is the kingdom preached by Jesus, the word preached by Jesus. That is the priority for all of us, to hear that word and to observe it. The woman herself who calls out, blessed is the womb that bore you, and so on, she's fulfilling Mary's prophecy that was given back in the earlier part of the gospel, in the Magnificat. All ages will call me blessed. All ages will call me blessed. And this woman says, blessed are you, blessed are you. We call Mary the Blessed Virgin Mary because she herself, as first disciple, is the one who hears and observes the word. Says yes, fiat, let it be according to your word. And thus the fundamental reason Mary is blessed is her faith, her response to God's call as first disciple, as model disciple. You know, there's some other responses in the scriptures that reflect upon this as well. But Jesus himself, in the passage here where he says, rather, blessed are those, he, in a sense, echoes Elizabeth at the visitation, that wonderful meeting of Mary and Elizabeth where Mary sings her Magnificat, and Elizabeth also. Jesus says, blessed are those who hear the word and observe it. Elizabeth speaking to Mary, blessed are you who heard that word and observed it. Some of the other passages that deal with families and that the kingdom is a priority, surpassing even family. Unless you leave father, mother, house, land, and so on and follow me, you cannot be my disciple. You have to let go, even a family. That's how important the kingdom is. Or the other scene in the gospel where someone comes to Jesus and says, your mother and your brothers are here. They wish to see you. And Jesus says, who is my mother? Who are my brothers? And he points to the crowd around him. These who hear the word and keep it are mother and brother and sister to me. And thus we are invited into that family. How important that family of Jesus is. A very mixed and diverse group, covering all people in the world of all time who hear that word. Mary, the model, who hears and observes. And we, like her, do the same. Hold that thought, and we'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow is Sunday, the 28th Sunday of Ordinary Time.